Good evening,
Bhante.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Bhante.
Right.
Yeah.
Good evening, Bhante and everyone.
No,
Good evening, everyone.
understand.
Welcome to online Pal reading class day 30th. Right. So let's get started by respecting the commentary times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. How's your year end going on? Huh? Getting ready for the new year? Do you like to study more Pali stanzas, more suttas for 2024? Learning at the same time, understanding how these teachings work in life. Huh? That's more important. Actually, otherwise you might know lots of suttas, but never know how they're going to work, apply. And I saw when I browsed through the next sections which we will be studying, we have, let's go and check it out. Interestingly, we are going on to Dhammapada. That's interesting. So that means we are able to move on to Dhammapada at a certain point. Let's see. Okay, after Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta, we have a couple more to do though. See what's coming up is Metta Sutta. This must be done because Metta Sutta is our next sutta. Most of you might think, I know Metta Sutta, I always chant. But there are a lot of things to learn from Metta Sutta. Not just making it a prayer, maybe a mantra. I always say, none of the suttas are mantras. If they are mantras, then we don't have any difference between Hinduism and us. In Hinduism, there are lots of mantras. The more they make the mantras, the more they're getting blessed. So here, it is a very deep understanding about the metta. That is what we will be studying after. And then we will be going on to Dhammapada. That's interesting because Dhammapada has 423 stanzas and 26 chapters. So we can study one by one. Dhammapada kind of summarizes the whole teaching. Secular, supramundane. Dhammapada has been able to bring the both version, both the lay life and monastic life together. In suttas, we don't see that. You might perhaps pick up something that is only for an arahant, not for you. So you get kind of bombarded, that's for me. But Dhammapada is bringing all these suttas and everything in concise versions and then bringing them to lay life and monastic life. So we can understand, can separate out these two very well. Suttas are also very important. But of course, not the Abhidhamma side. Abhidhamma has no, I would say, section talking about the layperson Only the suttas I'm talking about, lay people. Kama Bhogi Ki. All right, so let's get into today's section. Most of you let me know that they are going for retreats. It's okay. Have a fruitful retreat, year-end retreats. Right. Okay. So it's going to be 13. So Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta has a few more stanzas. If you go to Nitta Samagam, we have 2 more stanzas to finish Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta. Okay. All right. So again, Sutta explains about what you will be getting after making good karmas in the form of, treasures, precious treasures. As I always mention that we should never do good karmas in a way that I have to have a saving, right? This is happening. This is automatic. This is automatic, right? Because if you only do it with an understanding of saving, so that might bring you to a certain unnecessary craving, right? Let me read the stanza. Manusika cha sampatti deva loke cha yavrati yacha nibbana sampatti sabba metena labhati. Right? Manusika cha sampatti deva loke cha yavrati yacha nibbana sampatti sabba metena labhati. Sabba metena labhati is the frequent what do you call is a frequent phrase that comes at the end. So it's pretty similar with the other stanzas too. Sublimate. All right, so let me then ask groups to read. First, I would ask from group 1. Somebody from group 1? Yeah. Group 1? Group 2? Oh, Kim. Yes, Kim?
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Manusika cha sampatti.
Manusika. Manusika.
Manusika cha sampatti. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampatti. Sabbe metena labhati.
Can you read the last line too?
Sabbe metena labhati.
Is it sabbe or sabbe?
Yes. Sabbe.
There's no E, yeah? There is only A.
Sabbe metena labhati.
Sabba metena labhati. Why do we normally go back to sabbe? Because sabbe is a very famous phrase in
Yeah.
Pali stanzas. Huh?
Yeah.
That's why it's okay. Sabba metena labhati.
Sabbe.
All right. Good.
Thank you.
Then group 3.
Bhante, can I try?
Yes, correct.
Manusika cha sampatti devaloke cha yarati yecha nibbanasa yecha nibbana sampatti sabbe metena labhati.
Is it Yacha or Yacha?
Yacha Nibbana Sampati. Yacha Nibbana Sampati. Sabba Mitena Labati.
Labhati.
Labati.
Labhati.
Labati.
H.
H.
All right. Then group 4. Group 4. Group 5. Yes, Melinda.
Thank you, Bhante. Manusika.
Not Manusika.
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 Long A.
Long A. Manusika. Sampati. Deva Loke Yarati. Yacha Dimana Sampati. Sabba Metena Labbati. Thank you.
Would you like to try again the stance?
The first thing, the whole thing, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Manusika Cha Sampati. Deva Loke Cha Yarati. Yacha Dibana Sampati. Sabba Metena Labbati. Thank you.
Great.
Bhante here very heavy rain. Very
Aha,
heavy rain,
okay.
Malacca.
Yeah, it's okay. Group 6. Yes, Kisita.
Thank you. Manusika
Not Manusika.
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 Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Yacha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena labati.
We will learn why Manusika, why you can't say Manusika, why it has been Manusika.
There's the A, isn't it? Because the A.
Why there is long A? Because it's a grammatical rule. When there are two vowels, one, if you break the word into two, and then you will see there is a lengthening that's happening in Pali. But that's why it has been Manusika. All right. Then group 7. Yes, Samana. Shall
Manusika cha sampati.
Manusika.
Manusika cha sampati. Devaloke cha yarati. Yacha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena labhati.
Great. And then group 8. Yes, Chongla.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes. Just go ahead.
Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Yacha nibbana sampati. Sabbe metena lapati.
Could you read the last line again?
Sabba metana lapadi.
Sabba mete.
Sabba metena lapadi.
Labhati. All right.
Thank you.
Yes. So now we're going to invite others from others who could not decide from groups, starting from yes, from May Oil. Yes, May Oil.
Okay. Manusika cha sampati. Dewa loka.
What is it?
Pardon?
The
What is it?
first line, is it?
Yeah, the first line, yeah.
Manusika cha sampati.
Mhm.
Dewa loka cha yarati.
Deva loke.
Dewa loke cha yarati. Cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena labati.
Great. Yes. And then we have Jenny.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya
Sampati.
I think somebody else is reading. We
yes.
will give the chance to Jenny. Yes. Jenny, please. Can you go?
Can I repeat again?
Yes, the whole thing.
Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena labati.
Yeah, great.
Thank
And
you.
we have then Chan. Chan, can you?
Yes,
great.
Bhante. Manusika cha. Cha, Bhante. Cha.
Ch,
Okay.
not cha. Ch.
Okay, again.
Yes.
You, Bhante. Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena lapati.
Yeah, great. And CHR.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Okay. Manusika cha sampati. Dewa loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena lahpati.
Great. We have
Thank
Seri.
Thank you, Bhante. Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena labati.
Labhat. Labhat.
Labati.
Labhat.
Labati. Labati.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have Ipsen.
Manusika cha sampati, deva loke cha yarati, yacha nibbana sampati, sabba metena labati.
Labhat. Yeah.
Labati.
Good. Then Pochua. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
Manusika cha sampatti. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampatti. Sabbe metena labati.
All right.
Thank you, Bhante.
Pochua, would you mind repeating again? Because somebody came over here. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Manusika cha sampatti. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampatti. Sabbe metena labati.
Last line, please.
Sabbe me.
Sabba. Sabba.
Oh,
Mete.
sorry. Sabba metena labati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you,
Right.
Bhante.
So we have Yong. Yes. Yong.
Bhante, I try.
Yes.
Manusika cha sampati. Dewa loke cha yarati. Yacha nibbana sampati. Sabba metena lapati.
Oh, see how she pronounced that. Labhat. Great. She was very
you.
careful about it.
Thank
All right.
you.
So we have Christine.
Sorry, Bhante.
Yes.
Manusika cha sampati. Deva loke cha yarati. Ya cha nibbana sampati. Sappa metena lapati.
Yeah, great. I saw, did you read who is
Yes.
that? Tissy,
Yes.
okay, all right. So, are there anyone else? All right, it seems no one is there. So we go to the next stanza. Mitta sampadamagam. Mitta sampadamagam. Yoniso va payunjato. Vijja vimutti vasi bhav. Sabbhametena labhati. Mitta sampada magam. Yoniso va payunjato. Vijja vimutti vasi bhav. Sabbhametena labhati. Right, so asking from group 1. Anybody from group 1? Yes, are you from group 1? Should be. Okay, good. Can you please unmute?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Mita sampadamagama yoniso wa payunjato. Vijja vimutti wa sibhawo. Sabba metena labbanti.
Yeah, that's a good start. All right, group 2. Group 2. Oh, May Oi? Oh, okay. Is it okay if I give you the chance after? Yes. Yes.
Mita sampadamagama yonisowa pajunjato.
Can you go again from the first line? Go slowly.
Mita sampadamagama yonisowa pajunjato.
There's no J. There's no J. There's Y actually.
Payun.
Payun
Bhante, can
jato.
you?
Payun jato.
Payun jato.
Hmm.
Vijja vimutti wasibhawo. Sabba metena labati.
All right.
Thank you.
Then group 3. Corina, are you going to read?
Yeah, can I?
Okay. Yeah, yes.
Meta sampadama gama yoni sowa payunjato vija vinuti wasibao sabbe metena tapati.
Great. Group 4. Someone from group 4. Group 5. Yes, Melinda.
Bhante, thank you.
Yes.
Mitta sampada magama yoni sowa payunjato vijja vimutti vasibhawo sabbametena labhati.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Group 6. Yeah, Tisita.
Thank you. Mita sampadang agama
There's no, you can't say sampadang. It has been combined already. Mitta sampada maga. It's combined together, so there's no.
So it's Mitta Sampada Magama.
Magama.
Magama. Yoni Sova Payun Jato. Bija Vimuti Vasibavo. Sabba Metina Labati.
All right. Then group 7.
Mayap.
Yes, Maya. Oh,
Okay.
you are back from the program, huh?
Yes, and also the meditation retreat, the 8th preceptor for Sangamita Day.
Oh, I wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, you were in KK, you missed out. It was a grand affair.
Good.
Okay, I read Bhante.
Yes.
Mita Sampadamma Gama Yoni Sova Payonato Jiwa
Payunjato.
Panyojato
Yes.
Jiwa Vimutti Washibhavo.
Wait, not Jiva. Vijja Vimutti Vasibhav.
Vijja Vimutti Wasibhavo Sabha Metena Labati.
Would you mind trying again one more time?
Okay.
Yes.
Mita Sampada Magama Yonisowa Payon Jato Vijay Vimutti Washi Vijja Vimutti Washi Bhavo.
Not Vashi. If you say Vashi, it is Sanskrit. Vasibhav.
Wasibhavo Vijja Vimutti Wasibhavo Sabha Metena Labati.
All right.
Okay, Bhante?
Yes.
Okay.
You from group 7 or 8?
7.
Okay. Somebody from group 8? Yes. Chong Pakla. Yes. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante. Mita Sampada Magama Yoni Sova Payun Janjato Vijavi Motivasi Bavo Sappa Metena Lapati.
Great. All right.
Thank
So
you.
now I'm given the opportunity to recite, read for others. The first one is going to be Kim. Kim, start before. Kim?
Bhante.
Yes, please.
Mita Sampada Magama Yoni Sova Payun Jato Vija Vimutivasi Bhavo Sabha Metina Labati.
Great.
Thank you.
And then CHR.
Okay, thank you. Mita Sampada Magama Yoni Sowa Payun Jato Vija Vimuti Wasebhavo Sabha Metena Labati. Okay?
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Going to make it a little easier. All right. So then, Jenny.
Thank you, Bhante. Metta Sampada Magama Yoni Sova Payun Jato Vija Vimutti Wasi Bhavo Sabha Metena Labati.
Great.
Thank you.
And Siri.
Thank you, Bhante. Mita Sampada Magama Yonisova Payun Jato Vija Vimutti
Vija Vimutti, it is one word actually. Vasibhav.
Vija Vimutti Vasibhavo Sabha Metena Lapati.
Good, good. You're trying to catch up with the H. Labhati. Good. All right. Then Chan. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Bhante. Mita sampada magama yoni sova payunjato vicca vimuti vasi bhavo sabba metena lapati.
Great. And we have Rashmi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante. Mitta Sampada Magamma Yoni Sova.
Actually, there is no long A in the first line. Mitta Sampada, not Magama. Mitta Sampada Magama. Short A.
Okay. Mitta Sampada Magamma.
Magama.
Magamma.
Uh-huh.
Mitta Sampada Magamma Yoni Sova Payunjato Vicha Vimutti Vasi Bhavo Sabba Metena Labhati.
All right. Then we have Pochuon. Pochuon, are you with us?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, thank you, Bhante. Mitta Sampada Magamma Yonisova Payunjato Vicca Vimutti Vasi Bhavo Sabba Metena Labhati.
Great.
Thank you,
And
Bhante.
Shirley?
Mitta Sampada Magamma Yoni Sova Payunjato Vicha Vimutti Vasi Bhavo Sabba Metena Labhati.
Right. Then we have John.
Okay, and then I try.
Yeah.
Mitta Sampata Mangama Unisowa Payung Jatu
Payun Jato.
Payung Jatu
Not two. Payun Jato.
Payun Jatu
Let me tell you. Yonisova Payun Jato.
Unisowa Payung Jatu.
Yeah.
Wijaya Vimutti Vasi Bawu Sabbe Metena Lapati.
Could you read the last lines again? Two last lines. Last
Two
woman.
last
Yeah.
Vija Vimutti Vasi Bawu. Let me try again.
O is not U. O is O.
O
is O. So Pali, let me show you something before you. U is U. O is O. So this is O. No?
This is
O.
O.
Yeah.
O.
Vijja Vimutti Vasi Bhavo. Like that.
Vija Vimutti Vasi Bayu.
Not U. Again, there's no U. Vijja Vimutti.
Vija Vimutti Vasi Bayu.
Yeah. It seems a little new to you, Vasi Bhavo. Sabba metena labhati. Okay. Maybe you can try again one more time. Yes.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah. Start from the beginning of 14. Yeah.
Metta Sampata lagi kenceng. Metta Sampata Magama Unisowa Payung Jatu Vija Vimutti Vasi Bawu Sabbe Metena Lapati. Thank
Fast
you.
learn. You are a fast learner. Okay, Christine? Yes.
Bhante. Mita sampada magama yonisowa payunjato vija vimuti wasibhawo sabba metena labati.
Yeah, great.
Is that correct?
Then we
Thank
have
you.
Suzanne.
Thank you, Bhante. Mita sampada magama yonisova payunjato vija vimuti vasibhavo sabba metena labati.
Great. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else would like to read? Oh, yes. Go Yenge. Yes. Yes, please go ahead.
Sorry, Bhante. So it's Doris G here. My internet line is down. So I'm using
Oh, I
my
see. I
husband's
see. But
iPhone.
you can read this stanza.
Can I
Yes.
read? Thank you so much, Bhante.
Yes.
Thank you. Mita sampada magama yonisova payun jato vija vimuti vasibhavo sabba metena lapati.
Great. Yes.
Thank you, Dante.
All right. Anyone else? All right. If not, we're going to go over the explanations part. Let's go back. Okay, now what can we see is that what are the things that somebody who is making good karmas will be experiencing in the next lives at the same time in this life, right? On both sides. Ma nussika cha sampatti. Ma nussika cha sampatti. Sampatti means, what does this word mean? Sampatti. Sampatti.
Success, Bhante. Is it success?
Happiness.
Yeah, you could say achievement, success.
Success, fortune,
Well,
attainment.
yes. Yeah, so that means it's something about good side. So there is the opposite word that we see with the sampatti. What is the opposite? The antonym to sampatti. We call it vipatti. Vipatti means misfortune. Say, if this is fortune, then misfortune. If this is success, this could be a failure. Vipatti. Now, there are lots of Pali stanzas and literary ideas of Buddhism that talk about vipatti, right? Sampatti means success, or maybe achievement, success. I would say anything that is auspicious. Vipatti means that is not auspicious, inauspicious, misfortune, maybe failure, right? Sampatti, vipatti. Now, according to our understanding, are we always supposed to enjoy, experience sampatti? Or sampatti takes a turn. Sampattis rotate in our life. How are we supposed to experience, different things in our life? If sampatti is our fortune, happiness, or success, then vipatti is misfortune, failure, probably something that is not, happy. So according to the Buddha, these two always rotate. We have a very interesting Pali word for these two words. We understand these two words, the Pali word. It's a concept. What is it?
The 8 worldly conditions, Bhante. This is
Atta-loka dhamma.
yeah, after
There are eight things that are always, that are
together.
that are kind of controlling us.
Yes.
And we are going after those 8. That's interesting. There is a sutta called Loka Vipatti Sutta. Loka Vipatti Sutta. In this Loka Vipatti Sutta, Buddha says the 8 vicissitudes or 8, I would say, things in our life, they are rotating us, or they are impacting us. Then we are going after those 8, right? In a very simple explanation, these 8, what are those 8? Labha means profits or gains. Alabha means loss.
Loss.
Yeah, loss,
Sukha,
failure.
dukkha.
Yeah.
Then labha, alabha. Then yasa, ayasa. Yasa means
Fame.
good reputation. Ayasa
Fame.
means bad reputation. And then
Sukha, dukkha.
Ninda, pasansa. Ninda means blame. Pasansa means praise. Sukha means happiness. Dukkha means unhappiness. Are we always enjoying one of these, or are these
Yes.
8 always rotating around us?
Rotating.
The funny
It
thing is
shall
that
pass.
they are
It
not
shall
only
pass.
rotating around us. They are
Yeah.
not only rotating around us. We are also going after them. Now, for instance, when you wake up in the morning, how can I be more popular today? How can I be more happy today? Maybe I'm going to go to that place. I'm going to talk to this person. You want to increase your happiness from, from getting up onwards. And you don't like somebody blames you. You don't like somebody talks bad about you. You don't like somebody even criticizes you. So that means you are also going after them. They are also coming after you. Right? So the Buddha says that Arya Savaka, a noble disciple, is trying not to get attracted to these 8, or not to get, I would say, obsessed by, not to get infatuated, or not to get repelled by these 8. Normally, a normal person, when he or she is praised all the time, when he is or she is also getting profits, or I would say, things from other people, they are always attracted to those things. Tomorrow also, may I be able to get the same thing. I got a good name yesterday. Maybe I'm going to hit on that again. I want to get the same thing. But tomorrow, things might be different, right? Maybe the people who always appreciated us might be different, right? So the Buddha says, when things get changed, do not hate them. Do not hate that experience. So try to be in the middle. How can you be in the middle? Do not be so much attracted to this aid. Do not be repelled by this aid. No infatuation, and no, not being hateful about the experience. Now, when sadness comes to you, what do many people do actually? They hate that experience. I thought this would happen. So, but why did I do this? So people are self-hating. People are hating other people. Right? So, the modern way people might say, failures don't define us. Failures are lessons for us to grow in wisdom and compassion, right? So the understanding here is sampatti vipatti. Sampatti means, I would say, success. Then vipatti means failure. Now, what kind of sampatti is this? As you can see, manusikacha sampatti. That part we have to learn. Manusika. Manusika means, who is manusa?
We of us,
Human.
existing in the human world.
Are we all manusa?
Yes.
Supposed to be. Okay, we are manusa. That means anybody who is reborn in this human state, human world, human realm, they are called manusas. Can there be only one manusa world? How many manusa worlds can there be? Is it only one? The Buddha talks about many thousand galaxies in his Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta and many other suttas, he explains about many thousand-fold planetary systems. Now we only talk about one planetary system, right? It's one sun, one moon, and the other planets are rotating around, isn't it? But the Buddha says there are many thousand-fold world systems where there could be some humans. We never know. So, but we take them as human realm, not human world. Human realm. Human realm can be a part of any other world system. So, but now we understand, yes, we are humans. So it says, Manusikaja Sampat. That means being born as a human is a success. It is a very good news to all of us. But do we see any differences among humans? Now we have to go to a Dhammapada stanza for that. It says, Dullabhancha Manusatta. Being born as a human is very rare. Being born is very rare to be reborn as a human. Very rare. Right? And then Dullabhancha Manusatta. Buddhuppādava dullabha. It's very rare to see the appearance of a Sammasam. And then Dullabha Kana Sampatti, Khana. Kana Sampatti. What is Kana Sampatti? Then Saddhammo Parama Dullabha. Listening to Dhamma is very rare also. So there are lots of Adhamma going on. You might see, there are lots of Dhamma everywhere, online, social media, right? Dhamma is not just the text and the application. Otherwise, if you look at how many suttas you have been learning so far, probably it might go over 1,000. Right? What is lacking is the application, the proper application. Otherwise, writings only cannot help us. Writings should be able to incorporate us in the proper, according to the present modern life. So here it says, Dullabha Kana Sampatti. Kana means just because you are a human, I mean, do you think that it is enough just to be a human? Don't you see any differences between different humans? Some humans are reborn. Some are reborn as humans with blindness. They can't see. Some are reborn as deaf people. Some are bornly cripples. Some are bornly having some health issues. Why is it? Why somebody is not blind? Why somebody is blind bornly? Why somebody is bornly blind?
Bhante, is it
Why
their
somebody?
Kamasaka.
Is it their karma?
Yes.
It's a part of the karma. Yes, I mean, that's what we can understand. So here, just being reborn as a human, the mere rebirth as a human is not enough. Now here, Manusikaja Sampatti means you have to be a human with all the, what do you call, all the human things, right? That is a good human birth. So if you go after these different karmas, you would find out what could be the reasons of human issues, human failures in their rebirth. So when somebody is creating a lot of good karmas, a successful human rebirth is definitely a potential thing. Deva lokecha yava, delight in the world of the devas. So that person should be very lucky enough to be reborn in one of the heavens. There are 6 heavens. I think I have already explained to you what they are. Chatu Maharajika, Yama, Tavatinsa, Tusita, Nimmangati, Parinimittarasavati. And then Yacha Nibbana Sampatya. This is also Sampatti. Nibbana is also a Sampatti. Attainment of Nibbana. So Manusa, Deva, Nibbana. At that time, people had a kind of a thought of their rebirth. They are transitioning rebirth. First they are humans, then they are expecting for a Deva life, and then they are going to attain Nibbana. Is that a very good route for all of us? Manusa, Deva, Nibbana. When you become a Deva, is it easy for you to think about Nibbana? Being born as a Deva has pros and cons. Because Devas are experiencing lots of happiness. That's why when some Devas come to see the Buddha, Buddha seemed to start his Dhamma talks about the impermanence, anicca. So most of the Devas, they fainted by listening to this anicchata, because they never think that their life is going to be changed one day. So they fainted in front of the Buddha. Lucky, yeah. How many times we hear about impermanence, but we never get fainted. I mean, either we are not super happy about our life, right? Either we don't understand what it is. So Devas, they get dizzy and then they get fainted in front of the Buddha. Then again they wake up. Then again Buddha is talking about anicca. Again they get fainted, right? So this concept of impermanence, change, is such a very big concept to Devas. And then Nibbana. So being reborn as a human is very important, but we never know what is going to happen. But if you really focus, if you really get the maximum benefits of your human life, then you are definitely following the practice. That will help you to at least understand the route, the path to the Nibbana. Any questions about this first answer?
Bhante, just want to clarify on the first line, Manusika Cha Sampati, it means that a person being born with the all attributes of a human, not doesn't mean that human which is who is successful, is it?
No, every human life is not successful. Now it says, even when somebody is reborn as a human, there may be people who are not successful in that. That is why it is not only the Manusika, it is called Manusika Sampat. Not just a human rebirth, but a successful human rebirth is what is meant by these two Pali terms.
Meaning a person who is complete with everything, is it?
Yes, yes. I mean, everything. There are no bodily issues, mainly. No bodily issues, no mental issues, right?
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. Some people are bornly, they are carrying issues. In the Abhidhamma, they talk about 19 Patisandhi Chittas. Theravada analysis is that there are 19 Patisandhi Chittas. That means birth consciousness types. So they say why someone is a crippled person, why someone is a blind person. So it is because, let me tell you that, that's interesting. It is because there are this Chuti Chitta. Actually, Chuti Chitta is not mentioned in the suttas, it's a Abhidhammic term. Chuti Chitta, the Chuti Chitta that they had was probably included with only Alobha and Adosa. There are people who die with maybe one Kusala Chitta, Alobha, maybe Adosa. Right? So there are issues that the Abhidhamma is showing to us, but if we look at the suttas, we also can have an idea. The idea is that your Janaka Kamma, your birth Kamma, is not a good Kamma. It's not a very complete Kamma. That's why you were like this. Now this happens, even when you bake something. If you are not properly baking, then you get to see the incomplete baked ones at the beginning. And when you keep baking properly and then you get the full completed version. You are happy now. You are probably baking, be your dough and everything. So in the same way, it is the Janaka karma, the birth karma, that got into issues in their human life. Now, just because someone was reborn as such, as Buddhists, we are not going to pinpoint that you became a blind person definitely because of a past karma. We are not going to say that. Again, I already mentioned that. We are very compassionate. We are trying to help them out all the time. But the reason could be come because we are not the Buddhas. We are not Arahants. So this is what we learn from the text. It could be a bad karma. Right? So that's how we're going to look at anyone. And let's say you get to see someone who has some issues in their life, human life, then you can use that situation, that scenario to practice more Dhamma to them, to help out them, to help out those blind, to help out those deaf people, to help out, maybe to organize some events to help, maybe to help out, maybe to bring them somewhere, you know. So that is how we're going to look at it. It's not like, are you blind because you did a bad karma in past life, or you know, you are bad people, evil people. That is not the Buddhist way. Right? So we are going to increase our compassion towards anybody, those who are having issues, those even who are not having issues too. Any other questions about the first stanza? It seems no questions about the first one. Then we are going to the second stanza. All right. Sabba metena la. That means a successful human rebirth. And here Rati, not even a normal Deva. Deva is like a normal Deva. But here it is not a normal Deva. You're going to be a Deva who is going to be delighted in the Deva world. Were there some Devas who were not happy in their Deva world? Have you ever heard any Deva who were not happy in their Deva realms? Can there be Devas who are not happy about anything? Unhappy Devas. Because if you are only expecting to be a Deva, then I have to tell you that there may be some unhappy Devas, you know, unhappy ones. Can there be unhappy Devas? Or you think that every Deva is very happy? They are very happy beings. Anybody?
How about Bhante? How about Mara? So,
Pardon me?
Mara.
Yeah, Mara. Yes, Mara is a Deva. Yeah, Mara is unhappy.
You went around disturbing people to want people to gain enlightenment and
yeah,
something like that.
No, that is about his role as the Mara Deva. I mean, I'm asking whether there are Devas who are self-unhappy about, who are unhappy about themselves.
Yes, Bhante. There's a Deva, I forgot the name, where it's a male or female, they prefer the other gender instead. But I cannot remember the name of the Deva.
Yes. There are unhappy Devas, especially Devas in the household. Now, when in Buddhism we understand there are Devas who are in every household, right? So it says that the nature of the Deva who is in the household will be different depending upon the house situation. Let's say the house is a place of lots of arguments. Then the Deva who is liking the arguments will come in and take the position of your house. It's like that. Huh? All these are matching things. If a household is a very peaceful place, people are very peaceful, calm, and then that kind of a Deva will come in and then, stay in. Now we know the Deva of Anathapindika's house. He did not like the Buddha and monks come to the Anathapindika's house. Right? Every time the Buddha and monks come, he has to climb down from the top, somewhere from the front door. So there are some unhappy Devas. So even when you're going to be a Deva one day, if you want to be, you have to be a happy Deva Don't become unhappy Deva. Because if you go to the hell, you are unhappy all the time. So if you go to the heaven, I mean, if that is going to happen, you have to always think happy Deva is what should happen. I mean, without making a craving about that life. So here the Deva is someone who is a happy Deva. Why do I say so? This because of this parliament. Rati. Rati means delight. Delight in the world of Deva. Because some Devas in their Deva world not happy. You know, Devas are very jealous of each other. Very bad. Huh? They say they are jealous of each other. Sometimes they are angry each other. Sometimes some Devas die because of extreme anger. Have you ever heard some humans die because of anger? There are some events, but not. It's not a very popular thing. Let's say someone is so angry and then probably blood pressure goes up, maybe having a heart attack. This can happen, but it's not very usual, very unusual. It can happen, but but there are devas who die just because of their anger, just because of their jealousy. It happens when many people are happy, then they might be concerned about what new happiness, what more happiness can my colleagues have. They are always on the look for such things, right? So there are different things. Yaja Nibbana Sambha. We understand this is the end of Sansara. Mitta Sampada Magam Yoniso Payunjatu Vijja Vimutti Vasibhavu Sabbameti and Labha. Very interesting areas. Mitta Sampada Magam. Magam means having approached or maybe having come to this level of your life. What is the level of your life? You have pursued very, what you call wholesome, healthy friendships, right? How many friends are there in Buddhism? How many friends did the Buddha recognize?
Two, Bhante, two.
Really?
Two good friendships.
I'm not talking about Kalyana Mitras. I'm talking about friends.
Okay.
Good friends and bad friends. Kalyana Mitra is a higher explanation. It's about Dhamma actually. Now I'm talking about what the Buddha said about normal friends, because we need normal friends also, right? We can't always depend on Kalyana Mitra. We are bothering them, no? You always talk about Dhamma with everybody, so they might think that this is really boring, you know. We're always talking about Dhamma, right? So we need some normal friends also. So the Buddha says there are general normal friends that you need to look for. So good friends and bad friends. Can you remember where did the Buddha talk about them? Where is the reference to good friends and bad friends?
Bhante, is it Mangala Sutta?
Mangala Sutta just mentions about it, but where do you find the explanations?
Friends are the entire life.
Yeah, that is also Kalyana Mitra. Kalyana Mitra is a higher level of our friendship. Let's not talk about them because we already talked about them. I'm asking about the general friends, normal life, life friends. The Buddha clearly explained about the number of friends and how they are going to be good and how they are going to be bad.
Bhante, is it Sigalovada Sutta?
Sigalovada Sutta.
Yeah.
This is why I'm saying that if you don't understand your lay version of Dhamma, then you only pick up the monastic Dhamma, how the monks are, what the monks are supposed to practice. So lay Buddhism, monastic Buddhism. First lay Buddhism, then understand what the monks are going to practice. So your discipline, your lay life is completely mentioned under the Sigalovada Sutta. In this Sigalovada Sutta, Buddha says for lay people, that there are 4 good friends, that there are 4 bad friends. Right? I think Kim already knows because Kim is a part of the Friday discussion that I'm having. Long time ago, we've been studying all these. You may have no excuse not to say, I don't know.
Yes, Bhante,
All right.
I remember.
So let's talk about the bad friends. There are 4 bad friends. Let's understand them in very simple ways, because I don't have to explain them a lot today. So the time. The first one, Anya Dattuhara. The first bad friend is Anya Dattuhara. Anya Dattuhara means Anyang Attanghara. How do you understand this friend, this bad friend? When this friend comes to you, he or she is always trying to take something away from you. Give me something, give me something, give me something. If that person comes to your house, trying to take something away from your house. Anyada, but he or she is not contributing in any ways. Not at all. So the Buddha says this is a rapacious friend. Anya Dattuha. Anyang Attanghara. Every time he or she comes, wanted to take something, grab something away from your house. Do you have such friends, some folks? You might say no. Even the situation, like you might say, this is a present that was given to me by one of my friends. That Anidatuhara friend might say, no, it's okay, giving a gift given by one friend to another friend is also a great gift, You can consider giving to me, right? So they are trying to put you to that level, take something. This is a bad friend. Of course, you can give things to others, but if people are trying to approach you that way, that's not nice. The first bad friend is Anya Dattuhara, trying to take something away from you all the time. It might be a word, it might be something, might be whatever that you have. Second bad friend, Vachi Parama. Vachi Parama means a friend who is only giving words. Can I borrow some money? Okay, if you had come yesterday, I would have given you lots of money, but now I don't have. I'm also super broke, right? But if you come maybe 2 months from now, I would have some money. But when he or she comes in 2 months, there's no money to anything. So it says that he is going to treat you from the past, or he's going to treat you from the future. But this is faking. Actually, he or she doesn't want to give anything to you. Always trying to go to the past and the future. The Buddha says, understand that kind of friend. Vati Paran, who is giving only a lip service. No action. Then the third one is Anidatuhara, Vachi Parana. Then Anuppiyabani. Anuppiyabani means when you say something to your friend, can I lie about this thing? Oh, yeah, it's okay. You can lie. Can I not lie about this thing? Yeah, it's okay. Don't lie. He or she is okay with anything, good things or bad things. He's a moral supporter. On the other hand, he's an immoral supporter. Kusala supporter, akusala supporter. Or Anuppiyabani. The last bad friend is Apaya Sahaya, someone who is bringing you to parties, someone who takes you to gambling, someone who takes you to squander money. Call it Apaya Sahaya. Someone who is supporting you to go to the hells. Apaya Sahaya. So before somebody is going to the hell, somebody can have a hell companion, hellish companion. Apaya Sahaya. All right, those are the 4 bad friends. Anidatuhara, Vachi Parama, Anuppiyabani, and then Apaya Sahaya. Then who are the good friends? Upakaraka. He or she is always supporting, always supporting. There's no place that this person is not giving you a hand. All the time. Upakaraka. Then Anukampaka. This friend is always empathizing with you. Lots of empathy. Who is trying to understand your pain. Who's trying to understand your happiness. Right? Understand. It's trying to put you in their shoes. Trying to understand what's going on in your life. So, Pakaraka, Anukampaka. Then, Samana Sukha Dukkha. Samana Sukha Dukkha means he or she is trying to, the third friend, good friend, he or she is going to, be with you all the time for the sake of good things, right? Your happiness. And finally, Attakai, someone who is counseling, who is a good counselor to your life. Like sometimes you might be wondering that that you have a problem, but I cannot talk to anybody about this problem because other people might judge me. So you have a very good friend, you can talk to that friend who can really understand you. This might be a Kalyana Mitta at the end. This probably the expanded version of Attakai friend could be the Kalyana Mitta. All right, so there are 4 good friends, there are 4 bad friends. Today, if you haven't known them, that means you might be surrounded by any of these friends. So watch out. Watch out
Bhante,
and look out. Yes, Corina.
Bhante, can you maybe write it down in the chat there, the spellings of the good friends and the bad friends?
All right, then what
Thank
can I
you,
do
Bhante.
is let me search online, so that's better, right?
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, saving the time, huh? Right, here we got their names. Yes, this is a very good blog post, huh? You all can read. See. Did you get it? Should be. This only has the good friends, only the good friends. But I'm going to find out the bad ones too. Yes, there's another post about the bad friends. This is about the bad friends. The previous one is about the good friends, but this is about the bad friends. All right. Now let's go back to our text over here. Mitta sampada magamma. Now what the Buddha says here, when you are doing the proper good karmas, you'll be surrounded by the 4 good friends. Who are they? These 4 good friends. Upakaraka, Samana Sukha Dukkha, Anukampaka, Attakaya. And then Kalyana Mittas too. The higher version of these 4 friends. Kalyana Mittas too. Right? That means how many friends you can have at this point? 4 normal good friends, and then 2 Kalyana Mittas. 6 good friends. So supposed to be surrounded by 6 good friends. 2 are Kalyana Mittas. 2 are completely for the Dhamma path. The other 4 are normal friends who you're going to eat out, who you're going to have a chat with, right? You're going to have a tea with, you're going to talk over the phone. Not those 4 bad friends, right? Then, Yoniso Payunjatoa. What does it mean? This is the most important quality that you have to practice before you start in the Noble Eightfold Path. Yoniso Manasikara. Wise attention. Wise attention. This is the most important Dhamma practice that you have to start before everything. What does Yoniso Manasikara mean? More than a translation. Yoniso Manasikara. Is Manasikara automatic? Manasikara means attention. Is it automatic? Or it's something
it has
that
to be developed.
Manasikara is natural, automatic. We have Manasikara even now. Even when you are not doing Kusala, you have a Manasikara. It might be Akusala, it might be not Akusala. But Yoniso Manasikara, in order for you to practice Yoniso Manasikara, you must put effort. But now I'm asking, what is Yoniso Manasikara? What is this wise attention? How do we understand?
It means, Bhante, if let's say now I'm listening to your Dhamma talk, I have to really open my ears and listen well attentively.
Okay, I'm looking for a very specific definition of wise attention.
Wise
You could say that I
attention.
have to pay attention to Dhamma practice and whatever, but there's a certain specific definition for wise attention. The way ways and means how it was given in the suttas.
Alert. Alert.
We could come up with these words. Yeah.
Bhante, I think when you when you listen to the Dhamma, you must have the wisdom to know what they are referring to. We have to practice, how to use our mind to be, I don't know how to explain, use our wisdom, all these things to understand the Dhamma.
Alert.
Yeah, you can
Ardent. Ardent.
Bhante, is it we should apply wise attention to the things that is, how to say, appropriate, and there are inappropriate things that we shouldn't apply our.
that is the methodology. Now I'm asking, what is wise attention? Now you talk about the whole methodology. This is what we have to do with wise attention. Now, what is wise attention? Wise attention means, or yoniso manasikara means, tracing the dukkha down to its origin. Make sense? You are going to trace the dukkha down to its origin, because yoniso means origin.
Yoni is origin.
So you are going to trace the dukkha down to its origin. But normally people are not tracing the dukkha down to its origin. They are taking the dukkha probably at a different level. So they are not having a sort of good understanding. When you are tracing them down to the origin, you understand how the dukkha is formed with the support of patisamuppada. So you're going to trace backward and trace forward of the patisamuppada. Right? You go back to the avidya, you go forward to the jara marana, isn't it? Avidya jarama. Avidya is the avidya and asavas are the starting point, and then the forward point is what we call by jara marana. Now, is it a very clear explanation? This is how it was given. Yoniso manasikara does not mean wisdom. Yeah, that's a common idea. I had to practice wisdom, I had to practice this. But the specific meaning of wise attention means, yoniso manasikara means, you must trace, you have to trace the dukkha of whatever the experience you are having down to its origin. Where is my dukkha rooted? Where is the root of my dukkha? Let's say I have an argument with somebody. I might come up with a very normal idea. My wise attention means I had to be wise now in talking to this person. I had to find out, how come I made this argument? What was the what was the beginning of this argument? What led me to argue with this person? How the argument came up? Are we really looking at that side? We might not. We might either apologize to that person. We might just have a very common idea of what it is. So we have to go to the bottom, get to the bottom of that problem. So you will understand, how did this particular dukkha experience start in my life? Now, you are going to start with the patisamuppada. It's about your sansaric life. If you are going to talk about the dukkha experiences you are having in this life, you can always go back to understand how it started, how it happened, how it will happen also one day. Let's say you had a problem with somebody. Now you know this can again happen with that person if you are not going to understand how it started. How it started, yoniso, the origin. All right, so now as a result of your good karmas, you are also able to practice yoniso manasikara. Yes, Melinda?
Bhante, can we say it's cause and effect or cause and condition?
Yeah, they are included.
Included, okay,
cause
thank you.
and effect, and also the conditioning factors between them.
Okay, thank you.
Hetu, pachaya, phala. This is how we're gonna say. When you are trying to trace the dukkha down to its origin, there are three things. First is hetu. Hetu means cause, Then Pachaya. Pachaya means condition.
Condition.
Then Phala. Phala means effect.
Effect.
Right? So they all are interconnected. And then again they are connected. They are interconnected. Hetu to Pachaya, Pachaya to Phala, Phala to Hetu. So we are going to break this system. Breaking this system means that you are going to stop that. That means we have to stop Paticca Samuppada is the reality, but we have to stop it. Then only you become enlightened. Paticca says cause, condition, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. So we have to break this cycle. There you have the peace of mind. All right. And then we are
Bhante,
coming down to...
sorry,
Yes.
Bhante, I have a question. This Paticca Samuppada, is it the contact point or the feeling point that you have to break the link?
According to Abhidhamma, there are several places you can try to break it. Several places. It could be mostly I would suggest passa, contact. Because of the contact, you will create Vedana and then Tanha Upada. So because we don't understand the contact that we are getting from these karmas, Rupa Vedana, Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Pottabha, Dhamma. That is why we are creating a Vedana to each of these passes. So if you understand your passa, you can stop it in time. All right, so let's go to the last one. So you will be able to engage well to this wise attention, tracing the dukkha, down resolving, and then Vijja Vimutti Vasibhavu. Vasibhavu means master. But what is Vijja Vimutti? Vimutti.
Release.
What is
Vimutti
Vimutti?
is release. Release.
Vimutti is release. Now tell me, according to the Buddhism, how many releases are mentioned in Buddhist statements? Have you ever heard a Pali word called Cheto Vimutti?
Yeah. Cheto
Have you ever heard a
Vimutti.
word called Vijja Vimutti or Panya Vimutti?
Panya Vimutti. Cheto Vimutti.
So there are two types of
Vimuttis.
One is Cheto Vimutti, the other one is Vijja Vimutti, or another word is Panya.
Panya.
Let me tell you in very brief because we don't have lots of time. Cheto Vimutti means now, why are we meditating? Why do you go and meditate? Why you are going to be a part of a retreat? Because you are normally coming up with lots of objects. Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Pottabha, Dhamma. So you are not confident enough that you are having proper objects. So you are going to transform the immoral, unwholesome objects onto the wholesome side. Let's say you are having a lust about somebody. Now you are going to practice nekkhamma, renunciation. You are going to have anger about somebody. So you are going to transform that anger into loving kindness, metta. Right? In this way, there is a bad object, you are bringing a good object on. That is what you are doing in the meditation, right? Isn't it? That's why when you go to the retreat, the monks say, we are going to teach you samatha meditation. Samatha has 40 objects. Don't get caught up with your own objects. Try to practice one of these objects, 40 objects given by the Visuddhi Magga. Actually, the Buddha says these objects are also a problem because these objects are going to the mind. Because we have a mind, we are struggling all the time. So the Buddha says, whatever the samatha meditation you are doing, you will end up with a freedom from the mind. Because when you don't have objects, maybe when you are replacing a bad object with a good object, you are going to free yourself from the mind. That means we have to free from the mind. Now, a lot of people, what they are doing, they are thinking, I have to free from the lust. I have to free from the anger. But the Buddha said, what you are going to do after that? Then you are going to replace anger with another object. You are going to replace your lust with another object. but finally it is the same mind. So that means one day you need to free from all objects. That means free from your mind. That is called Cheto Vimukti. There are many Cheto Vimuktis. Especially if you practice Brahma Vihara meditation, that means Metta, Karuna, Mudra, Upekka. There are many Cheto Vimukti. And then on the other side, when you have the Cheto Vimukti, when you free yourself from the mind, that means a successful jhana practice, or maybe a successful practice of your Cheto Vimukti, then you will be able to practice about Panya Vimukti. That means when you become an Arahant, you are also liberated from wisdom. Till you attain Nibbana, you want to attain wisdom. But once you attain Nibbana, you are going to free from wisdom also, because wisdom is also a problem at that point. You are not carrying anything, any knowledge at that point. So ideally speaking, in Buddhism, there is the freedom from the mind, Cheto Vimukti, and there is the freedom from the wisdom, we call Vijja Vimukti or Panya Vimukti. Now, here, as a result of your good karmas, you will be having a lot of good friends. You will be able to practice wise attention. You'll be able to master the Vijja Vimukti. That means you're going to be an Arahant, not a normal Arahant. You're going to be a Panya Vimukti Arahant, someone who attained Nibbana, who has finished their wisdom. How about our wisdom? Our wisdom is not yet complete. So we have to create more wisdom. But when you become an Arahant, that wisdom is complete. They are free from the wisdom also. Have you ever heard about these two terms this way? We have to free from the wisdom also. Because we all try to be wise. But in Buddhism, the Buddha says, you have to free from wisdom. Wisdom is not something you have to carry. Once you became an Arahant, there is no more need for you to carry your wisdom, because you are already wise. Otherwise, you are bounded by wisdom. You are bounded by the incompleteness of your wisdom. All right, Cheto Vimukti and then Panya. We don't have lots of time to talk about these two, but generally speaking, you understand that you are able to get into the Panya Vimukti level. Another term is Vijja Vimukti. Panya Vimukti, Vijja Vimukti, they are synonymous. Now here, Vijja Vimukti particularly means that you are going to stop avijja. When you stop avijja, then there arises wisdom. But that wisdom means the complete wisdom, which you are not trying to create in that. It's a wisdom from which you are already free. Wisdom is not going to control you anymore. Wisdom is not going to manage you anymore. Now, at the moment, we are trying to create more wisdom to become an enlightened person. Right? But one day, when you become an Arahant, what will happen to you? What will happen to your wisdom is that you are complete that wisdom. So you are free from that wisdom. So who thought about this Cheto Vimukti when they go for a meditation? Have you ever thought that mind is also a problem? Now you are trying to transform your bad thought onto a good thought. But why this good thought, bad thought giving you a hard time? Because of the mind. So one day you have to release yourself from the mind, free from the mind, right? That is when you really practice what you call jhanas. At the same time, then you are transforming into the Panya. All right, that's what we understand here, this stanza. We go back again. A successful human life, becoming a delightful deva in a deva world, and then Nibbana, and then being surrounded by good friends, being able to practice Yoniso Manasikara. Yoniso Manasikara means being able to trace dukkha down to its origin, backward and forward with the support of Patisampada. So you can bring that to your personal experiences, and then finally end up with the release of freedom from wisdom by becoming an Arahant. So all these are benefits of truly practicing good karmas, making good karmas. All right, any questions today?
Bhante,
Yes.
I have forgotten what is Vijja and Avijja.
Yeah, here Avijja means that you don't have the wisdom. You don't have the wisdom of what you call the Four Noble Truths. Avijja means ignorance, actually. Ignorance about the Four Noble Truths. Vijja means you have that perfect understanding about the Four Noble Truths.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. Then I will ask you a question. What is moha then? Moha, M-O-H-A. Lobha, dosa, moha.
Delusion.
Yeah, moha is delusion. There are English translations. But what is moha now? Ignorance. Now people call avijja is also part of ignorance. Then what is moha? Delusion. So how do we understand this?
Not
Moha
knowing
and
the
avijja.
not knowing the Four Noble Truths.
Yeah, not knowing the noble truth is avijja. Then moha.
Deluded.
It's delusion. In
Distorted.
Yeah,
illusion.
delusion is an English translation. This is not what is meant by the Buddha.
You have
It's an English
distorted.
translation. I'm asking a specific definition of moha from the Pali context.
Moha.
Moha,
Distorted view.
moha is the one life version of ignorance. That means we are carried by ignorance in the samsara, but what you see in one life is moha. Right? What you see in one life is moha, because our larger, broader ignorance is avijja. That is what keeps us going in the samsara. But when you are born in one life, maybe as a cat, dog, human, what you are carrying in that particular life is moha. So you are not able to see the truth. You are not able to see the truth as it is, or as it comes to. Now, do you understand that when you translate this to be delusion? I believe not. Because there are other English translations going by with Christianity about these words. So you have to know the specific depth. Yes, Kim?
Just now you mentioned a word, paticham sampada. What is that? Paticha sampada.
Paticca Samuppada. This is the central teaching of Buddhism. Now, central teaching. This is a central teaching of Buddhism.
Dependent origination.
Central teaching of Buddhism.
Yeah. Now, Four Noble Truths to be understood. Right? You know, the Four Noble Truths should be understood. But every Dhamma teaching, everything in Buddhism is given through the dependent origination. Because in Buddhism, the Buddha says every effect has a cause, and that cause has another effect which cause the cause. So it's a cycle. All right.
What the pronunciation? Pati.
Probably I'm going to show you here. Let me type so that they can see it here. Paticca. Can you all see this one?
Yes.
Go Paticca Samuppada.
Paticca
Dependent origination. That means everything has a cause.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Right. Any other questions?
Bhante, is it possible for you to repeat again the meaning of Magama in this context?
Magama means have. Now this Pali stanzas reveal how things happen in a very storyline, like in a poetic way. That means now someone has been doing good karmas, and then at a certain point of time in his or her life, now having come to the proper, having come to the company of the proper friends, good friends, having come to that level. You know. Now let's say there is a teenager. In today's world, if you ask teenagers, do you have friends? Yes, but most of them are social media friends, you know. They don't have real friends, but they have friends in today's world. Unlike till your time, right? You may have people, friends that you saw in person, but in today's world, right? They have social media, internet friends. But these teenagers, these young ones will come to a certain point one day that I need a real friend. So he or she is going to that period in his or her life. So having gone to that level of his or her life, right? Even in our life, if we haven't made good friends, so we have to make them, or we're gonna find them. Having come to that level of, having come to the stage of making good friends, finding good friends.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
All right, I think we're going to wrap this up at this point. I hope that you learned today, and then we're going to be finish the Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta by next Thursday. And then this will be the last online Pali reading class for this year. Wishing you a very happy new year coming up. Happy New Year's don't just come, so you have to make it happier. You have to make everything, otherwise not just wait for good things to happen, might not happen. To make as Buddhists, we are not just simply letting the karma to do everything. We do our best, we do our part. So karma will also help us. There are people who are doing nothing and then expecting karma to come and no, do something for me, do something for me, right? It might not work. All right, so let's transfer good karmas. May all the good karmas which we've been accumulating this year, the whole this year, I think we started on June 1st. It's been almost 6 months already. May all the good karmas which we've been accumulating so far in all these online Pali reading class sessions. Today we are completing our 30th class episode. May all these good karmas be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. If they were reborn in a place of unhappiness, may they be able to be reborn in a place of comfort. They are already in a happy state, happy realm. May they be able to improve their life. May they finally be able to attain the supreme peace of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu. Idam me ñāti nang huntu sukhita huntu ñātayu. Idam me ñāti nang huntu sukhita huntu ñātayu. Idam me ñāti nang huntu sukhita huntu ñātayu. Devanaga Nidhikaṇḍa be well and happy. May they share all these good karmas. Protect and bless all of you for the new year 2024. May you be always healthy, happy at the same time. May you have more time. May you make more time for Dhamma activities. May you improve your Dhamma knowledge. At the same time, may you be able to find out how to incorporate what you learn into your personal life on your Dhamma path. So may Deva Naga Mahindika also finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ettavata ammehi samvatang punya sampradang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata ammehi samvatang punya sampradang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata ammehi samvatang punya sampradang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu lokasasana. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu desana. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu mang parang Chiran Rakhantupa Sadati. In this samsaric life, may we be able to be in the company of Kalyana Mittas. Because we understand Kalyana Mittas always support us in our Dhamma journey. Think of this, we're going to make the wish. Imina punya kammene mami bala samagamu satang samagamu yavanipana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been accumulating throughout all the sessions since June up until today, and the good karmas we will be creating in the next year, 2024, be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu. 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 Abhivadana silisse nichang vadha pachayino. Chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvanu sukhang balam. Ayurarogya sampatti. Sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti. Iminati samikujati. Sadhu. 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 Right, that's the end of our online Pali reading class for this year, and then we'll be seeing all of you next Thursday for our next class.
Thank you,
Thank you
Bhante.
Yeah,
very
have a
much,
good night, and
Bhante.
then see you next
Bhante,
week.
good
Thank
night.
you, sadhu,
Thank you,
sadhu.
Bhante.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Bye.
Your teaching.
Thank you so much,
Bye bye.
Bhante.
Okay, see you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu,
Bhante,
sadhu.
take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, everyone. See you.
See you tomorrow.
Good
Yeah.
night. Good night,
Yeah.
Bhante.
Night,
Thank
Good
you.
Bhante.
night. Happy
Thank
New Year.
you.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year,
Year, Bhante.
Bhante.
Bhante. Good health to you.
Yes.
You
Okay,
too.
good.
Yeah, take care.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow too. Yeah, I know discussion. Yeah.
Corina, are you coming online tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see you,
Okay.
Belinda, sister.
Okay, see you.
Tomorrow.
See you.
See you, Sister
Tomorrow.
Kim,
Yeah.
Sister Corina, Bhante, and everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everyone.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good